live. Hello, everybody.
Yay!
Everybody wave and say hello. Some of you, anybody popping in just kind of right off the bat, you're going to notice that Matt, our beloved Jordan, is not with us tonight. That's okay. He's not going to be far behind us, hopefully. And then, a couple weeks when we start getting back into some things and as we progress, Jordan will be able to make his way back to us. So for now, we wish him all our love and affection and the best for him, and that everything is running nice and smoothly. For now, however, we're going to cut back to where our heroes were last left. Mop Bucket has taken off, disappeared on Cyros and Chris, as he has been urged by his own moral compass to find a faster way to end this. He's felt this slog and this push is going to take forever, and he sees the real problem at hand, and he's wished to vanquish that problem. We have left off with Pepper and Jordan fighting Burdug, the witch of these orcs, the witch leader of these orcs here, or their shaman, so to speak. So we're going to cut back to them to get started. Let me get my stuff moved and make sure everybody can see Burdug. Everybody can see the fight. There we go. And we've already got, because I left it up from the last time, we have already got our initiative order up. Currently, it is Burdug's turn. And she is looking at Pepper and Jordan. Let's open up stat block now. We are going to go with another command spell. And you guys will need to roll. Oh no. Hold on a second. Where's her save at? They have changed their. Okay, there's the spell DC. Go ahead and roll wisdom for me.
I got an 18.
Okay, you are going to pass that. I am rolling for Jordan on dice in front of me. Jordan does not pass. The command that she gives is flee. Jordan is actually going to turn tail and begin taking off on his available movement. Prime sees this. He's getting a little nervous. He sees Jordan immediately turn tail and flee. Prime is built to follow an attack directive, but at the same time, sometimes fleeing is better. So he is also going to follow after Jordan. He will take off back down the hallway you guys came out of. Prime following him. And that will come up to Pepper.
Pepper's not going to run, at least not yet. She's impatient, not stupid. I'll have Burdug make a wisdom save.
Have Burdug make a wisdom save? That's going to definitely be a fail.
Yes.
Cast Mind Spike, and
Yikes.
they will take 16 points of psychic damage from that.
Nice. Tell me how you dispatch Burdug with your mind spike.
Oh,
So effective. I watched Jordan run, and I turned back, that wasn't nice. And then her eyes explode and start bleeding out of her face.
Burdug, this shaman orc witch, reaches up to her face as her eyeballs pop The jelly goes across the room, splashing against the walls, getting a little bit on you too, just orc eye jelly. Blood pours out of her mouth and nose as she falls to hit the ground. It looks like we lost Mop Bucket.
Yeah.
Oh.
It'll be good. He'll pop back in and I'll add him in a second. That is actually going to... There he is. Hey!
Yay.
That is actually going to come to Chris at the bottom of the round after everything is finishing. Chris, is there anything that you want to convey to Cyros before we drop initiative?
Not really. I think we're just gonna do that, especially because I'm still figuring out D&D Beyond.
It'll fight with you with every...
I'm still on Micah's D&D Beyond, so
You're
Chris will
fine.
just give a worried gasp, and that'll be her turn.
That's understandable. Mop Bucket has ran off. Cyros was standing at the gate last, defending you, making sure that you guys weren't overrun by any Sturges. You guys did notice that as the Sturges attempted to progress near to you, they seem to be wavering around the smoke. There are torches lit on either side of the... Let's pull this up here so they can see. Torches lit on either side of this gateway with putrid, pungent smoke coming off of them seems to repel the Sturges back away from the main entrances. Now we're going to take our cut to Mop Bucket. Mop Bucket, you don't get any maps at this exact moment. You have rushed your way out of the cave, tracking just as fast as what you possibly can. You were riding
Squeegee.
You were riding Squeegee on your way out, yes. So as you were riding Squeegee out through your camp, you begin to pass Meepo, and you pass up the people that you've saved inside of this inside of this cave. As you are running through, Meepo stops and yells at you, Where'd you go?
I'll explain later.
Wait, Meepo has note!
He'll turn around and then grab this note, but then also take his bucket off.
As you go back and approach Meepo and you read this note, the note it's been sent by courier. You read this note in the handwriting of the monks who have raised you. These monks were also known to take care of the sick and the infirm during, times when people needed extra help. It seems to be that y'all's village has fallen under a plight. Jordan's dad is one of the people affected by this blight. He has been taken into the monastery where the monks are keeping an eye over him, but they have had to find some way to get this letter to Jordan. Meepo is wide-eyed and solemn and scared, looking to you for an answer.
Why don't you start heading that way, meet the party. Meet them at the entrance of town. And
Oh, we keep losing you, Mop Bucket.
can you hear me?
There we go.
Just head to the entrance of that mountain and wait for them to hand them that note.
Meepo will do this. Meepo will give note. Meepo snatches the note back from you and without any further instruction dashes back off to this cave. Completely probably ignoring half of what you said, as we know Meepo is apt to do. Bolts his way back toward the cave. Where is Mop Bucket going from here?
Byron.
You're gonna go try to take out the Baron?
Yep.
Awesome. So you have begun working your way back to town. As you get closer and closer and closer, you are starting to notice a line of orcs around the town. it seems as if they are stationed 4x4 on each entrance. So, like any major way into the town, they also have roving patrols that seem to walk around it.
Okay. So here's what I am going to do. I am going to get off of Squeegee and then open his mouth, hop back in, and then hang my head out to where I'm like a loogie that's hanging out of his mouth
Okay.
and direct him from the mouth.
And direct Squeegee from the mouth. So you're going to just have Squeegee, this giant frog, hop into the middle of town?
I think, yeah, that's his best option.
Okay. You begin directing Squeegee. You're grabbing a hold of the tonsils in the back of his frog throat, and you're kind of just guiding left and right as the loogie into town. You eventually make your way up to the first set of orcs that block off the main road that leads off to Stonetooth Mountain. They see this frog approaching. They immediately draw their weapons, and they immediately go to swing at it.
And I guess I'll just hop out of the mouth and start punching.
Okay, you're going to jump right into it.
No.
Let's see here.
I hate technology.
I'm going to have to do this slightly different. Let's go to combat. We're going to add... I can add 4 orcs this way. Well, there we go. Add to encounter. I need to add Mop Bucket to this. Dang, Mop Bucket, you might die.
Sure about that?
I'm not sure about anything. We're going to add Mop Bucket to that, and then we need to add Squeegee to this. So, let me move my book. Ugh, I have got to get a larger desk at this point. That's what I need everybody in the chat to do, is just send as many likes and comments as everything as they can, because I need to buy a new desk. See, giant frog.
Just want to zoom out of my face.
You have a very angry kitten. I hear him. Her.
She's just saying hi to everybody and let me out of the office. But if I let her out, then she'll yell at Ben that I'm not also out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we cannot exist simultaneously at different points in space. You could use a simulcron.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And we're going to start this combat. Mop Bucket, no surprise, you are going to act before these orcs do.
I'm gonna get my other pair of glasses.
Oh,
Hurt my eye.
I think he's just gonna go at the nearest one and try to unarm. Well, yeah, just go for an unarmed strike.
Okay. At the nearest one to you, we're going to play this Final Fantasy fight style. So it's you and
There we go.
Squeegee versus the 4 in front of you.
Okay.
So any one that you're hitting, you want to start at the left and work your way right, or pick anywhere.
Let's just go left to right.
Left to right it is. All right, you're going to hit the first orc. You just trying to punch him?
Yep, just for the first punch.
All right, roll to see if you hit him.
I did. It was a 14. It was 19.
Get
19, that'll hit.
Get him.
And then 4 total damage for that first punch.
4. Okay. That's going to move to, your bonus actions.
Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and just flurry. Go for a flurry on that same guy.
Same guy.
22.
That'll hit.
Do I do this 3? Do I roll it 3 times, or is it only 1? Yeah, it's only 1.
Punch a bunch.
So that'll be 7 total for that.
All right. Fantastic. Do you have anything else you want to try to do? Take movement or anything before you want to try to rush past these orcs, jump over them, anything like that? You're just going to fight them head on.
I'm gonna give it a second. Hold on, I just need to make sure if there's anything else I can do. I can't use that. I need to find out where my darkness is. Okay, there it is. Okay.
Inside you all along.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
That'll go to Squeegee. Well,
No.
if it will. There we go. Squeegee. Squeegee is going to try to swallow the orc that you were attacking. Hang on a second. He's going up against. Ooh. He does not swallow the orc. He is unable to get him in his mouth. The orc grabs Squeegee by both of the frog lips, throws him back towards you as he rushes up to take his first swing. He's going to swing on Squeegee. 21 to hit. That's going to hit. 4 damage to Squeegee. Comes up to the next orc. He is also going to swing at Squeegee. That's going to hit. Ooh, Squeegee takes 12 damage.
No.
Squeegee is hurt. Squeegee is bleeding. He's kind of limping. I don't know if frogs really limp, but like as he tries to hop, he's like dragging a back leg behind him as it comes up to the third set of orcs. The third one is going to attack Mop Bucket. Uh, 17 to hit.
It does.
17. You will be taking 8 damage.
All right.
And the fourth one will do. Hang on a second. Dog can't get past me. Come on, buddy. Same thing. Great axe roll. 11. That will probably miss you.
Yeah.
All right. And then that will go back up to the top of the turn with Mop Bucket.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this just in case this is the route I go.
Okay.
Now, if I cast invisibility on myself and kind of cover myself in a blob form to kind of be his mucus, would that kind of be like an invisibility blanket for him?
I will let you do it, but when you move, any kind of movement is like a shimmer. You can be seen if
Right.
passive perception hits high enough. So if you move, you will roll stealth, but
Gotcha.
you will technically become invisible. Yes.
Okay. So I'll hold off on that for the time being. I'm just going to go ahead and use a focus point for darkness
Okay.
right on me and Squeegee.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hop on Squeegee and then do a step of the wind
And do
Wow,
step of the
maybe.
wind. Okay.
and
Yeah,
get
step
out
of
of
the wind.
there.
Okay. All right. So you're moving just as quick as you can out of here.
Yes.
Okay. As you cast darkness, a blindness fills up the immediate area. The orcs begin to scream and rant and rave as they cannot find you, swinging blindly into this darkness. You wrap yourself over Squeegee in a mucus-like state and cast Step of the Wind as you both begin to rush off. You are... What is your movement with Step of the Wind?
So it's a disengage or it's mainly essentially a dash, so it would be 80.
Because you are covering Squeegee, I will allow you to double his movement, not your movement. So
That's
you will have a speed of 60 foot and a swim speed of 60 foot.
Okay.
Because again, you're covering him. I'll let it happen, but you'll have to take the and if somebody swings at Squeegee, you're the first person to take the hit.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. You're dashing off.
And I am also I use another focus point to take both the disengage and dash to where it's not going to give them an invulnerable or an attack of opportunity.
Okay, that's not a problem. You rush out. Are you going rooftops? Are you going alleyway? Are you pushing down the main road?
I think he is gonna. He'll essentially push him to go rooftops.
Okay, you and Squeegee make the leap towards the rooftop. Not that difficult. Squeegee is a giant frog. He can jump pretty high. As you make your landing onto the rooftop and these orcs continue to fight and scream, the roving patrol comes up and everybody is now looking for you. Go ahead and make your first stealth check while you're trying to hide from the advancing orc army.
17.
Okay, you're fine. With a 17, you hunker down against the roof, kind of lay Squeegee flat. Frog's not having a ton of bones, being pretty gelatinous, is able to squish down and hide.
And
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say once we kind of get cover and we're not kind of spotted, I'm gonna go ahead and cast invisibility.
Okay.
On both of us and just try to actually I'm gonna use it on myself and then tell Squeegee to head back to camp as quick as it can.
So Squeegee's just gonna take every dash action to move as quick as they can back to camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least actually I'm gonna have him go back towards the party. That's what I'm gonna do.
Going back towards Stonetooth where your camp is, or go back to the mountain?
Go back to the mountain.
Okay. Animal handling, because you don't speak frog and Squeegee is only following commands.
21.
That'll do it. Somehow through your monk training, they've taught you to sit and listen to all of the animals in the world around you. You are able to connect with this giant frog on a level. And as you look at it, your neck bulges up and you let out one big ribbit. Squeegee seems to understand you and makes one massive leap from the roof and begins trampsing his way back towards Stonetooth. The orcs see this. They do not chase. They remain with their orders to stay at the city walls and hold those walls. Squeegee is working his way back towards Stonetooth. Go ahead and tell me where you're headed from here.
So where his head's at is he needs to get back. He needs to get to that Baron. But in his current state, he may need to rest up. So he wants to find somewhere kind of near the Baron's house, but far enough away to where he's not going to be, attacked, and just kind of like rest up.
Yeah, you can easily hide amongst the rooftops as you work your way towards the Baron. I will let you take a short rest,
right?
As you are approaching the Baron's house. Same thing that it is before. Walls surround the edges of it, shimmering bubble over top of it. However, it's been fortified with orcs all over the place. Main entrances, 2 roving patrols, super slammed. It's almost as if the Baron has prepared for this. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay. So it's almost as if the Baron has prepared for this. He has boosted all of his major defenses. You no longer see servants, you no longer see coachmen, you don't see people picking fruit and vegetables from the garden. The place is dead except for the security around it.
Okay. Do I see any like openings that I could possibly make my way in?
Yeah. You could attempt to sneak through them. Roll perception for me.
11.
It's not very hard to see. You see the two roving patrols. They are on either end of one another. So you have about a 30-second window from the front gate to the back gate where they're moving around. And I wouldn't even say 30 seconds, more like a minute. So you have a minute between rounds that these orcs are hitting the front gate, hitting the back gate, hitting the front gate, hitting the back gate.
All right. He's going to kind of use that 1 minute, get into the gate, and then find somewhere to hunker down and kind of keep observing inside.
Okay. Roll stealth for me as you're trying to get into the not necessarily through the gate. Are you jumping over one of the low ends? Which way are you going in? Front side, back side?
I would say he's going to try to go in the backside.
Okay. Backside definitely has a little less security, but not so much less that it's going to be easy. That was a 19, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. The orcs do not see you as you ooze your way over the gate and begin working your way towards the door of the Baron's home. Hold whatever you're going to be doing as you enter. We are going to cut back to everybody else in the caverns. Pepper, Jordan, Chris, and Cyros. Cut back to all of you guys. Let's start with Chris and Cyros real quick.
Woohoo!
What is going on with you guys? You've just seen Mop Bucket run away. You're beat down a little bit, running low on spells, running low on energy, feeling the fatigue start to seep in. What are you two thinking right now?
Well, I feel like we also just heard Jordan running away.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you all heard Jordan frightened, fleeing. You could hear his footsteps. You could hear Prime as it echoes down into the main cavern.
We should probably go check on them, right?
Yeah, I don't think they should be left alone.
So we'd try and group up with at least Pepper. And then
Yeah.
especially knowing that Jordan ran out of the cave, I think Cirrus would be in favor of us all heading back to look for Mop Bucket.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
and I think we should meet up with Pepper because I don't think she should be left alone either.
Yeah.
Probably a
Regroup
bad
and
idea.
Go look for them.
Okay, so you guys begin to take your regroup. Mop Bucket has left, so you know that it's better with the odds that you have together than separate. As you guys begin to approach, you see Jordan making his way out of the cave. As Burdug has died, the spell effect is waning on Jordan as he sees the two of you and begins to slow down and approach. He is breathing heavily. Pepper, what are you doing at this point?
She started to search Burdug's body and like around the room. She's like, Jordan will come back.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead. You're just searching Burdug's body.
Yeah.
Seeing if Burdug has anything fun.
She like is casually calling Jordan. It's fine. You can come back now. We're supposed to meet them. I forgot what we're doing here, but we're supposed to meet them for something.
As you search Burdug, as you're yelling out for Jordan, you find on her person 3 flasks of alchemist fire.
Ooh, that's yeah.
Oh God. Oh no.
Yep.
Fireball. So, Pepper, as you're kind of shouting out into the ether while you're searching Burdug's body, Jordan, Cyros, Chris, all of you all hear it out in this hallway. Are you going to go group up with Pepper?
Pepper, get out here. We need to talk.
Well, fine
Very
then.
efficient.
Oh, fine. I throw like a blanket over Burdug's body just in case, because I know Chris is with Zeros, just in case.
Just in case Chris comes back into the room. The poor constitution won't handle it. So as you make your way back, the 4 of you begin to regroup. Go ahead for a couple of minutes. Take inventory of yourselves. Decide on your next move.
Guys, I could use a nap. We just took care of something and like he ran. But I didn't. I took care of it.
Yeah. Thank you. Mop Bucket ran off, and I feel like we should be going after him. I'm not sure what else there is to. I mean, we can keep exploring the dungeon, but I would rather make sure he's all right.
Yeah,
Can
he
you-
runs really fast. He can get really, really far really quick.
Yeah. Are you able to nap if you're like on someone's back or something? I can't remember if we had horses.
You guys, you did have a carriage. It was
Okay.
being partially pulled by Squeegee at some point, but yes, you guys do have the ability to make your way back to town.
Okay. All right.
Why did he run?
I feel like didn't we get a dire wolf too?
Yes, he's hiding out at camp.
That's right.
Yeah, because you told him to watch the camp, and then you were trying to tame him.
Not sure why, but it's better if we follow. I don't want him to get hurt, and also I'm very curious why he just ran off and left us here. So we should
You
go.
shouldn't judge people. I start following. You shouldn't judge people for acting on their impulses. Sometimes you just gotta go. Right?
It's communication is good when we're working on a team. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. It's good.
You guys just talk so much.
Cool. So you guys all begin filing out of the cave, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all begin filing out, we can actually go ahead and switch maps real quick.
Ooh, scene change.
We're going to take you guys back to Stone Tooth. As you all begin exiting the mountain, you see Meepo running up just as hard as he can, huffing and puffing, choking, just holding a letter in his hand. As he gets to your feet, Meepo did good, and then passes out flat at your feet.
Cirrus would pick him up, and Meepo did good. Chris,
I'm gonna just kind of nudge him and see if I could get him to wake up, and if not, we'll take more drastic measures.
Meepo is just passed out. Your quick medical glance over him, he is just passed out. He put a lot of effort in taking what Mop Bucket said to him to heart. So he booked it just as fast as those little kobold legs would carry him at like 45 feet with a dash movement.
My official diagnosis is he just passed out.
The
Because
missile is eepy.
he's little.
all
He'll
right.
wake up soon.
Pepper, while you take your nap, just watch over Meepo and make sure he doesn't roll out the back of the carriage. Chris, do you want to drive or do you want me to?
I can drive. I'm just
Okay.
worried. Mop Bucket would. he definitely wouldn't leave Meepo behind. He wouldn't leave us
Yeah.
behind, but he really wouldn't leave Meepo behind.
Yeah, that I'm not sure what he's doing, but I'm sure it's dangerous. All right, I'll keep an eye on the back, make sure none of the orcs are chasing us. If you want to hop in driver's seat.
Sure.
Cool.
I will
Um,
jump up front.
Cool. So, Chris, as everybody files in, you guys don't even break down camp. You begin to load everything that you can into your wagon and work your way out. Siros, you're sitting on the back. Pepper's asleep inside. Meepo's asleep inside. As you all begin your journey, Chris, go ahead and roll perception for me first.
Ooh.
Fun.
16.
Fantastic. Siros, go ahead and roll yours next.
All right. 5.
Woo!
So, Chris and Siros, you both begin to notice this. However, the numbers that you notice it in are not, you're not sure. Chris, you notice orc footprints leading away from Stonetooth towards the town.
Mhm.
Siros, you begin attempting to take account of how large the force was that moved out through here.
Mhm.
And the numbers that you're looking at are staggering. Orcs do not move in a stand. From what you learned and what you can remember from your training, orcs do not move in a standard warpath. They all kind of line up and take off. They do not march. They just run and attack. With what the two of you are looking at, you can surmise that a large force has moved out from Stonetooth, and the path that is intersecting on it here, you are looking where the smoke is coming up from, where the original entry point that you all tried to go out of, the road, and I'm just going to use Siros' token for, there's another road that meets out here that you're seeing these footprints come from.
Gotcha.
It seems that in some time from Alexa, stop.
She got
It-
something to say.
She had something to say. It would seem that in the time that you slept at camp and made your way into Stonetooth, the forces have been rallied. And they have worked their way to the town.
Oh.
Great.
On your way, you run into Squeegee. Squeegee is completely decimated, bleeding, barely hopping at this point, just very, very weak. Do you pick Squeegee up and put him in your caravan, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm
I
gonna
also-
I'll offer Siros the lead for the carriage, and I'm gonna try to tend to some of Squeegee's wounds in the back.
Yeah, you can just make medicine checks for tending wounds if you don't want to waste any of your spells or anything.
Yeah, I'll try.
I can take over driving the carriage as I help Squeegee up, though.
Man, that's a natural 20.
So Siros loads Squeegee into the back of the van, or into the back of the caravan. You guys are driving a Ford minivan.
Yeah, I use 4 lay on hands pool, or lay on hands too.
For Squeegee?
Yeah, for Squeegee, as I help him up and then go take over.
Okay. Squeegee. Okay. With that nat 20 medicine check, I'm gonna let Squeegee have 5 health points back.
Nice.
That's gonna put him up at 2/3 of the way back up, so he's doing okay. He's still got a couple of cuts and scrapes, and his leg is still a little lame, but Squeegee is much better off than he was a few moments ago. You continue to work your way into town. As you approach, you eventually see the same thing Mop Bucket did. However, because you are coming from the same way that Mop Bucket did, and Mop Bucket just let loose a little bit of chaos, the back entrance to this town has now been fortified. More orcs and a double set of guards now patrol the town. This is like, you're far enough away that they see you and you see them, but they have not yet made a move.
Oh, I wake up. Did I get a short rest?
You did get a short rest in. It is a far enough drive. Technically, all of you could get a short rest in if you're not doing something. Siros would have had time at the beginning. Chris has time at the end, but a short rest is what, 15 minutes?
It's supposed to be an
hour, I
hour. Yeah.
It's an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
You can each, Pepper gets the full. Siros and Chris, Siros, you can use 2 of your hit die from what your standard is. Like as you roll your short rest, just bring that die down to 2. Chris, yours needs to come down to 1. So you're only going to get back a max of it's like whatever you roll to determine your health, like a D8, you're only going to get back 1 of those dice.
Okay.
I was only going to use 1 anyways, but fair.
Joke's
Totally.
on you.
So
Do you guys want to try to sneak around another way, or do you want me to try to talk our way in?
Well, we got Alchemist's Fire, right? That you picked that
did.
up?
You did just pick up some alchemy.
Yeah.
How did you know? Yeah.
I looked through your pack while you were napping. I didn't trust you to tell us if you got anything dangerous.
That's so rude.
And so in character, that's awesome.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
The dynamic here is just phenomenal.
You just got Uno reversed.
We could just get the carriage going very quickly, and any orcs that get in the way, we puck Alchemist's Fire at. I imagine he's headed for. Well, how much do we know about Mop Bucket's plan? I can't remember what he told us before he left.
Mop Bucket, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Mop Bucket.
I think I did say something, Baron. I feel like I did mention the Baron.
You had left just enough of a note to let them know that you have come to the conclusion that the Baron is responsible. Siros, Pepper, and Chris, and Jordan is with you all as well. Oh, no, I apologize. We almost completely skipped that. Jordan has read the note from Meepo and now knows that his father is in danger. Without having Matt here, it's kind of hard to keep up sometimes. Knowing that his father is in danger, has taken a separate path out of town. He's come up with you. He's seen the orcs overrun, but his father is more important. Even as angry as what he is at his adoptive father right now for keeping the secrets from him, he has found it more important to return to town. Before he leaves, however, we're going to divulge a couple of different things to you guys as you're approaching town. Siros, we're going to go ahead and give you... Hang on a second. It won't give me his character sheet from here. We've got a couple of things that I'm going to pass out to you guys that
Ooh.
is just going to help you all out a little bit. Prime is actually going to go to Siros. You've been around Prime longer, or not necessarily longer, but in a different capacity. When Jordan was programming Prime, one of his main directives is to ensure your safety. As your squire, as your helper, it is his job to make sure you get through this. So I'm going to pull all of the stuff I've got on Prime, and you can use him as a bonus action if you wish, similar to how Jordan is using him.
That's awesome.
So that will keep Prime in play. Collections, campaigns, because he's got a couple of other things in here that I think may be useful to a couple of you. And I just did that interview the other day, and this was one of the questions about time and how you do it. For anybody that's watching, a live play is not like what you're seeing in the 2.5 hour chunks on Dimension 20. This is what goes on in between those chunks.
Yeah. Looking up item descriptions, rules, all that kind of thing takes
Yep.
time.
It doesn't matter how good you are at this game, there is eventually something you're going to have to look up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Inventory. He is going to pass off his Ring of Tinkering. That's a +1 to intelligence and bonuses to tinker and tools checks. He's going to pass this off to Chris. I think you're probably going to be the one best to work out of this.
I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, it's gonna help you out with just identifying herbs and whatnot.
Okay.
Pepper. Jordan has been working on something very special. And it's not massive, it's not big, it's not ridiculous. It's just a little chain. This chain is going to have what I would call one of his infusions into it. We're going to tone it down just a little bit. This is a chain for your whistle, actually. So you can now just carry it around your neck. Putting on this chain around your whistle is going to it can't be snatched off your neck. It cannot be taken from you by force. When you are attacked, this chain itself has oh God, where was it? Hold on a minute. This chain is going to have like a 10% chance to activate. So just take a D10. Anything at the 1 and 0, it activates. We're going to call that your 90 and your 100%. So that 10% level there, it'll activate. You will take no damage on that specific attack. It is similar to your whistle in the aspect that it is a once a week kind of thing.
That is awesome. Thank you.
And we're also going to dole out some, let's see what he's got on here as far as who was carrying all of the health potions, because I'm not seeing them here.
I only have one. I think you passed them out.
Yeah, I think
I think they were all passed out, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah, fantastic. He gives you guys these gifts, hugs all of you, and Ciro says, Jordan begins to depart. He looks at you and says, please keep them safe. And he throws his pack on and he begins his separate journey back home. This is as you are all beginning to approach. You see the orcs, you see town, you see the heavy fortifications. You just said you went through Pepper's bag while she was asleep. What's this plan about alchemist fire I'm hearing?
So I do have an idea. Suna gives me the ability to frighten people if need be. If we go barreling in on the carriage, chucking alchemist's fire around, head for the Baron's house.
Okay.
I like that plan. That sounds cool. Alternatively, I could go up and do my and convince them that we're here to warn the Baron that our friend went insane and we need to defend him and they should give us an escort straight there. I'm good for either one. I like chaos and yours sounds very chaosful. And I also like telling people what to do, which is what my plan lets me do. So
Chris, you're the tiebreaker. I like both
What?
plans. Both
Oh.
work.
So the options are either throw fire at the orcs and scare them, or trick them into thinking that we are on their side and then probably annihilate all of them.
Yep.
and they're great.
Chris, you were presented with another one of these quandaries that you've slowly begun to see as you're growing up in life. The need to act and have action, because you know that these orcs left unchecked are going to continue to do whatever they want to. They will raid this town, they will pillage, they will loot, and they will destroy. That is what orcs do. And not all of them, of course, but your usual band of raider orc, typical for them. So you are torn between this want to keep people alive and safe and healthy because of your teachings of Ilmater versus what has to be done.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Well, I would, really rather we not, risk any more casualties with the fire. Maybe keep that as, like, a backup plan and, see if we can maybe lie our way in. That doesn't feel good either, but I feel like if we're throwing alchemist fire, like, there could just be a normal person walking by and they're like, whoa, and like look up and all of a sudden there's like a fire. I don't know.
That's fair.
How about this? I go up and I try to lie and you guys stay a little bit back. And if they look angry or I fail at lying, because it can happen, you guys start chucking fire and I fly up and you, like, because I can just go straight up in the air and you barrel the carriage through and I land on its roof and it looks super cool.
Okay. I love how Pepper is like, I mean, I could lie wrong, but it hasn't happened yet. But it could happen.
I'm not perfect.
All right. Yeah, we'll try talking your way into it, and if it doesn't work, then we'll yeah, throw fire, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Oh.
I'm gonna get down from the carriage and I'm gonna walk until I'm like right in front of the orcs.
And I'm like wrapping Squeegee's legs, so I'm just like, where did we even get this fire?
And I left all of the alchemist fire in the carriage with them.
Oh. Like, oh my god.
Okay. Make your first move. Tell me exactly what that is going to be.
She flutters her wings and Tinkerbell-esque pixie dust. They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Orc. Full start walk. Plus O.
Oh boy.
No.
Okay.
All 20s.
Is it a good laugh or a bad laugh?
It's a laugh.
Oh.
Okay. So 2 of those are going to save.
Okay. The 2 of them didn't. There were, how many were there?
2 out of the 6 that I rolled.
Cool. I look at the ones that look kind of glazed over, and I like fall to my knees. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He went insane. My friend, he just went crazy, and he's here to attack the Baron. And you've got to let us through. We're the only ones that can stop him. We need to protect the Baron. Please let us through. Let our carriage through.
Got it. So,
And I'm trying to lie our way in.
so there are 2 of those that passed. And what spell was it that you cast again?
It's her Fey presence.
Fey presence.
They're charmed by me.
Okay. And the 2 that passed are not charmed.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. The 2 that passed that are not charmed by your presence, they look at one another and they begin to raise their weapons and lower them at you, and in preparation for attack. They are swiftly pressed on by the other 4 orcs. They shove them up against the wall, look at you, and in that strange sounding voice that you continue to hear, like whenever you summon your skeleton, that almost ethereal air seems to creep into their natural orc voice, and you hear it, and they say, "The mistress shall have safe passage through town," as they push up against the other two orcs into a wall, presenting you with a quick moment to work your way through this initial blockade.
I wave you guys forward and start running through.
Let's go, go, go.
Fantastic. Hold on. I have been looking for a Blossingdale map in an attempt to find you guys something to help out.
What if I just
And-
take over the orc army?
Oh my
That
god.
that is an actual terrifying thought.
She rules with an iron fist.
Let's see.
None shall disobey.
The mistress is always right.
The spicy empire. Pepper, jalapeno, habanero.
They did push them against the wall. That's what, oh wait, no, you meant like. I was like, I don't know how that correlates. But they didn't push them against the wall, so I guess it's a little
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah, the orcs start kissing one another.
I mean, that's just normal.
See,
orc
that's a
behavior.
heated
That's okay.
rivalry if I've ever seen one.
You heard it here first, guys. Heated rivalry orc edition.
Oh my goodness.
Us.
So it is unfortunate that I am unable to find a decent, like I'm seeing some stuff on like World Anvil, but this is not going to be useful for what we can need right now. So work with me here. We are going to stop sharing for now, and we're going to show everybody our lovely faces.
Woo. You can see my dirty room.
Contain. There we all are.
I definitely didn't spread this out to cover everything.
Do not feel bad. My living room is very present behind me at the moment.
It's all just manga. You can see I'm a weeb. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. You'll have to share it with us sometime. I
My
mean, we're
body
opening.
clothes are stashed away. It's okay.
So we have the city. The town that you are looking at is built very, very similarly to yours. You have your main town square, huge circle that sits in the middle of town. Shops usually line the front here as houses begin to spread out. From the spread out houses is where you start to have the lay of the land. Further towards the south is where you're looking at seeing the Baron's mansion. So you will have to work your way through town back to the tavern to hit the main road that leads its way up to the Baron's mansion in so many roads. Now, you could completely cut through this. You could skirt the outsides of town and hit the road from that side, or you can push straight through and then hit the main road. That's going to depend on how you all feel about traveling.
Can we do like a quick check to see if we can find which way Mop Bucket may have gone?
That's more than good enough to do. Go ahead and do that. The three of you can roll perception. And you can all roll it with advantage because you know what signs of Mop Bucket are.
18.
Yeah.
20.
22.
Nice.
It is not very hard to notice. As you are scanning around looking for signs of Mop Bucket, you begin to see incredibly clean gutters, clean rooftops, shingles have been washed, and it's in a really weird manner that Mop Bucket doesn't usually work in. Like, you see spots of clean here, but then spots of dirty, and you can begin to track the path of rooftops that Mop Bucket has used in order to get to the edge of town to make his way up to the Baron's mansion.
Look, it's a failed wisdom save. He's been here.
Yeah, let's follow those clean spots.
Yeah, I
you all
think we
begin
should go that way.
following these beautifully clean chimneys and gutters and like just really weird that Mop Bucket, this isn't how he usually acts. Like you guys have known him your whole lives. Why? Like it's almost since you left town, you left your hometown, that you've noticed Mop Bucket acting out, I would say. Go ahead. Are you sneaking through town or are you guys just walking?
I can only do that once unless you want me to take another nap, so.
I'm not great at sneaking. I feel like we should just get there as fast as we can.
Okay.
I was
Alright.
gonna say just go.
All right. So you guys are going to push through town. As you do, you will become accosted. As you are accosted, you only run, or as you are working your way through town, you are only accosted by 2 orcs in particular. The 3 of you are quickly able to dispatch them. However, because we're moving through combat at the moment, each of you will take 3 points of damage as you are working your way through these waves to make your way to the Baron Mansion.
Okay, that's fair.
Mop Bucket, we cut back to you. You have begun sneaking your way up to the back door. Orcs all around you. It's just you. What do you do as you're approaching the entrance?
So he is going to
We lost Pepper.
kind of just approach the back door
Yay.
and just kind of put a tentacle, like essentially his arm in, or essentially his head in like the size of a tentacle to try to see if he can see if anyone's guarding that door.
Yeah, of course. As you press in, you see that nobody's guarding the door. In fact, the house seems more empty than the outside does. There are no servants. There are no orcs on the inside. It becomes quiet.
Uh-oh. I like that.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and head on in, but quietly.
You go ahead and roll me a stealth check then.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
You sneak in like the dead of night. Nothing, no wood under your feet presses and makes a sound. No squelches as your tendrils slowly move across the ground. Roll perception for me as well.
18.
You, as you're making your way through these hallways, I'm assuming back towards the Baron's office.
Just quickly, but he's more or less thinking that he's not going to be in there. Just
So I
knowing
had
the
you-
security.
So I had you roll the perception. As you were making your way through and you pass the Baron's office, you hear him inside. He is not alone. The sound in the Baron's voice is terrified, full of fear to anybody that hears it. He is quavering, he is sputtering, he is tripping over his words. Yes, sir. I completely understand, but you see that they seem to have made their way here sooner than we thought, and I thought the trick of sending them into Durgen's mine and using the orc army would potentially destroy them. The sound that you hear respond to the Baron is not just a voice. It is a whisper. I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me as you hear this.
Oh no.
13.
You are struck with fear. Immobilized with fear.
Oh. I got a 23.
You guys won't have heard this one yet. This one is just Mop Bucket at the moment.
Mop Bucket, no.
Can he take that 23?
Yeah.
You cannot have the 23.
Take one and pass it on.
Sure.
Mop Bucket, you are struck with fear, immobilized by fear. This whisper sounds like the whisper of death. It creeps across the floor. It falls into your ears with a heaviness of sorrow and anger and frustration. Roll a... I guess if you're trying to remember something, I would call it history. If you're trying to place a voice, I would say... I'll let you have your pick. You could roll history or you could roll intelligence to see there's one more aspect of this voice.
I'm gonna go history here.
History has its eyes.
5.
Oh.
boy.
There's something about this voice, but you can't place it. There is some bit of longing. There is some bit of... There's a kindling almost in you that when you hear that voice, it's like you've known it your entire life. It's almost as if it's the back of your hand, but you can't place it. You cannot, because you're immobilized with fear. You have no way to calmly judge what you're hearing right now. As that whisper leaches out of this disembodied voice, you hear it say, "Enough. I will not listen to your petty nonsense anymore. It is your job to stop them, to keep them from moving on any way that you can. If you do not, then you belong to me." The voice dissipates. That air of death seems to lift almost as the voice has subsided and it grows quiet again. You can hear the whimpering and the crying sounds of the Baron once more as he begins to respond. "Yes, Master, I understand. Yes. Please forgive me. I will not make this mistake again. As they try to return to town, they will be dealt with swiftly by the army." The voice lays heavy again. "Make sure that they are." And what is your next move? You can still move. You are not physically immobilized with fear. You can still move, but you are... Can oozes sweat? Can a plasmoid sweat? You are drenched. You are... Every bit you're teaching...
Water feels wet.
Water feels wet. All of the teachings that were given to you to stay calm and work through a process like this have gone out the window. You have never felt this level of fear before, even when you have faced death directly in front of you.
So is it so regardless? So that disembodied voice is still there, or is he gone?
It sounds like you still hear the whimpering and the crying coming from the Baron. So your assumption would be that someone is in the room with him speaking to him.
Can I do the similar thing as I did to the back door and try to peek?
You certainly can. Make a stealth check as you try to peek through this one.
12.
As you begin to slide and peek under this door, the vision you are met with shuts you down entirely this time. You can't move. You see the Baron standing in his office. In front of him, almost as if a portal has been ripped in reality in front of you, is the head of a lich. massive, bleeding from eye sockets, a face of bone with no skin, adorned with
Zero, no. The lich got him. The lich got him.
Zeros.
There it is.
Adorned with multicolored sashes and ribbons. This lich, behind its head, you see the hilt of a sword pressing out behind it. Roll another history check for me.
Okay, come on.
Math, science,
All right,
history.
15.
Unravel this mystery.
You notice one of the jewels in the hilt. It is one of the same jewels that Cyros currently carries in the hilt of this sword. The face of the lich looks at you and it whispers again. It seems that we have company.
Uh-oh.
The rift vanishes from time and space. The Baron turns around and sees the little ooze of you popping up from the door. What do you do?
Well, now that I know it's just the Baron, he's going to essentially just get in the door and try to grapple and hold him there.
Okay. Go ahead. That's strength, correct? Or acrobatics now?
It's strength or dex. The DC is going to be 14.
He does not meet that DC. I have rolled like trash all night. I have to buy new dice.
Yikes.
So you have immobilized the Baron. You have wrapped yourself up around him, quickly springing through the door. It's less than 10 feet from the door to the Baron. You quickly clear this space. You quickly wrap yourself up around him, and he is immobilized. You can see the fear in his face, unbridled, uncontrollable fear.
God.
So he's gonna be like,
Now, Baron, I thought we had this
Conversation.
We did, but you don't know what he's like. You have no idea. You could never understand
Is that?
him. And he looks to that empty space where that rift was split in his office.
Him doesn't help give me an answer.
The Baron glances at his desk and he says, there on the table. And he seems to be eyeing a stack of papers. He says, under there, that will tell you all that I know.
Now, if I let you go, you promise. Actually, I don't even want to.
I'm gonna shimmy with grab while holding him over to the table, and just kind of like let him and have him show me what he's talking about.
So you let loose enough of your tendrils for him to like move his fingers and kind of like sort through papers. As he is sorting through them and moving them to the side quickly, he reaches for a scroll that has been laid flat and is still open. On this piece of paper, in the blackest of black inks, in a strange, it is common, but it's not your normal common. It's almost as if runes have been written into the letter itself. So an A has a different appearance than the standard A that you look at, and a B and a C, they all have different appearances, but as you kind of read over this, you're able to decipher some of it.
Mhm.
This message is telling the Baron his orders. It has no name. It has no symbol. It has nothing other than you will stop these individuals. You read a description for each one of you. There's one for you. There's one for Cyros. There's one for Pepper. There's one for Chris. There's one for Jordan. They've even gone so far as Meepo is in here and Squeegee.
Oh,
And the dire wolf that you just recently have brought into your party. It seems to describe the caravan you'll be traveling in. It describes your weapons. It describes your current abilities. This missive is a ledger on how to kill all of you. It is a ledger on how to put an end to this group.
So with that in mind, he's gonna tighten his grip and
Who else has these scrolls?
I can't tell you. He'll kill me.
You'd rather me kill you?
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Get a mop bucket.
And you can have I was getting ready to say you get advantage on this. This guy is currently terrified. Like brutally terrified.
that's a lot better.
That is a lot better. Unfortunately, he is still more scared of the Lich than he is you.
No.
I can't. I won't. The things that he could do to me, the things that he'll do to you, we won't be stopped. We can't be stopped. He will come and he will put an end to all of this, to all of you. You cannot stop the tribunal.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you truly understand.
Oh, we lost you.
But, hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think you understand how my friends and I operate. You may know how, you may have the information in front of you, but anything that you know, it's going to go the complete opposite way than what you guys think it's going to go. You have the talent, the spunk. I'm going to clean this shit up, and it starts with you. And he's going to go ahead and just
And try to snap his neck.
Obsessed.
We're going to hold on just 1 second.
The bio break time. Right at that moment. You can't do this to me.
Yeah,
Cliffhanger.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick 10-minute bio break prior to the next snapping. I totally forgot my family needed dinner. We're all on a weird schedule right now. So quick 10-minute bio break while we DoorDash something, and we will come back in about, like I said, 10 minutes. 7:40.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, be back, guys.
Bye.
I'm digging the music choice.
Kelsey, can you hear me? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
No, you're good. You guys threw me a curveball, so I'm throwing y'all a curveball.
You mean and I see how it is.
Yeah, well.
I'll throw another one. Don't you worry. Pause the music.
Oh, why did it not?
Say hello. Yeah, say hello. Say hello. All right.
Familiars. Mine are hiding around here somewhere.
She just wants to roam. Ah, you suck.
Be careful.
Oh, she got my leg pretty good not that long ago.
They have no problem with popping you. Let's see if this will let me download it. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Just like I was telling Jason, I am currently throwing you guys a curveball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree.
Well, you deserve one.
For what?
What do you mean for what?
Huh?
For every session we've played so far.
Another pit, another pit, another pit.
How many pits are there? There's enough.
I forgot that we had a dire wolf too.
Yeah. He came along. I don't think you guys have named him yet.
Thought I did.
Have we? Have we named him yet?
I could have sworn I gave him another like cleaning thing.
Oh, he was Scrub Daddy.
That is right. Yes.
And okay. Stop moving.
Never.
I clicked the wrong thing and then I remembered it moved when I didn't want it to move. Lilith should be back in just a second. Also, with a few of the tweaks that I have been making as far as like cameras and stuff go, I'm starting to see a lot better come out of how the maps are looking and like visibility on a phone screen and a computer screen. So that's been cool.
Nice.
Very, very happy with that. Bear with me as they continue to update and tweak stuff. I'm expecting a pretty big update from D&D Beyond next month. Because they're getting rid of their sigil tabletop. So if anybody happens to see this or hear it, like another week, they're getting rid of their big 3D tabletop, which was the hope that I could get to move to that. Unfortunately, they have decided to discontinue it. So with that being said, there were some leaks from the from like the creator team and from Inside Knowledge that the VTTs that we currently use are going to be getting better, way more user-friendly, way more integrated. Like some of the issues that I have right now with uploading maps from the book itself, because like it shows you guys secret doors and whatnot, and it's like, oh, this is the player version, but here's the secret door. They're going to be fixing a lot of that with their digital copies. So I'm really hoping to see a big update next month. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens.
Nice.
I do kind of hope that they add a little bit of integration to where if you're attacking someone, you can select them on the VTT.
Yes,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
that would be
also, I have gotten pretty good at using Incarnate for map making, so if you ever want maps made in a hurry, just hit me up and I can usually whip stuff up pretty fast.
I was literally just going through Seppuku because I couldn't find the one I needed. So I was like, where is he? So also shout out to Seppuku. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but one of the greatest map packs and map makers that I've found on Roll20. Huge shout out. Anybody that chooses to use it, I would use it. With that being said, we return now to Mop Bucket, getting ready to snap the neck of the Baron. Mop Bucket, you're presented with a choice right now. You have been presented, your team isn't around. They don't know anything yet. You have been presented with knowledge that could shape yours and your friends' futures and destiny. You're not a big fan of destiny. You have shattered this painting that now that some of these things are coming to light, it's starting to make more sense that you're not going to escape this destiny, that this is where you're at and that this is what you have to do. You're presented with, this is not killing someone in clean combat like you have done before. This is killing for the greater good is the choice that you're presented with right now. How would Syros and Jordan feel, who fight for righteousness, and how would Chris feel, who gets squeamish just around the sight of blood, much less knowing that there's blood on her friend's hand that wasn't in true combat? And then Pepper, who honestly, at the end of the day, she's kind of indifferent to some of these things, but this is just cold murder. And this might, Pepper may even change her feelings too. You're presented with an insurmountable option right now. You don't know which way to go. What does Mop Bucket do?
He is going to tell the Baron before he goes through with this.
I need you to make a decree to the orcs. Tell them to stand down and leave the town and never come back.
He scoffs at you and begins to laugh. You think that they listen to me? No, I am simply a commander. If I usher them to the town or send them back to the cave, then of course they will. But I have no way to stop them from killing and plundering.
He is going to just... he has a knife on his desk, doesn't he?
He does have it is a letter opener knife. It is a very long stiletto blade, sharpened to an incredibly fine point, made of jade.
So he's going to make a tentacle, and right where his hand is, he's going to stab it through him and then through his hand.
It pierces straight through his hand and through the wooden desk as he lets out a shout.
Oh.
Oh, I should have muffled him first. Rats! Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. The house is empty. And he's going to go,
I wasn't saying that you just need to tell them to stand down.
Yes, of course. I'll tell them to stand down.
Go ahead and write the note now, and I will hand it to a guard out there.
He doesn't go to reach for a note. With what movement he has, he kind of leans forward, and a seemingly ordinary stone lays on his desk before you.
Oh, no.
He picks up the stone and speaks a message into it. Stand down, return back to Stonetooth.
all right. And with that being done, he is going to go ahead and end him and then grab the scroll of all the information.
So you are going to kill him.
Yes.
We cut back to Pepper, Ciros, and Chris. As you begin approaching and making plans to push through the orc forces into the house where you believe Mop Bucket is, the security crew begins to converge at the front of the building. They all speak to each other for a minute, confirming with an incredibly large orc, almost 3 times as big as what the other ones are around him, confirming an order in the orc tongue. Which, do any of you speak orc?
No.
No.
They speak to each other in a very rough, tongue clicking and guttural dialect, and they begin to march off back towards Stonetooth Mountain. Again, this is not a traditional march. You watch these orcs tear through this countryside. Trees in front of them are knocked down as they move in this massive pack, forever changing that landscape. Again, tearing down these trees, running through fields, destroying fruits and vegetables and things that this town needs as they rush out, not paying any heed to anything around them. The house is now empty and silent on the outside. What do the 3 of you do?
What? That can't be good, right?
Probably not.
All right. Meepo, you stay with the cart, and we run inside.
Yeah, and Meepo, don't touch the fire. We've gotten this far without killing anyone. Let's keep it that way.
Yes, listen to her.
Meepo never touch fire. Meepo touch fire one time, 3rd degree burns. Not very fun. Meepo
No
not
fire.
a big fan.
No fire.
No fire for Meepo. So Meepo stays behind, kind of hides himself within the wagon, as you all rush into the house. Mop Bucket, how did you kill the Baron? You just snapped his neck?
I would say he kind of holds him, takes the knife again, goes through him in the chest, and then snaps his neck.
So Mop Bucket making sure that this man is dead. The 3 of you rush through the front door. Chris, divine light in your hands. Pepper, channeling eldritch blasts. And Ciros, sword aloft. You rush in to an empty house. Silence. Not a servant, not an orc, not a sound. Mop Bucket is walking out of this Baron's office into the main foyer, and the 3 of you meet up again to make the party whole. Mop Bucket, you notice a severe lack of Jordan.
Well, wouldn't I be aware that with everything with the note and knowing Jordan, he may have...
Maybe, but do you want to question it?
Yeah. So it's just gonna be, he's gonna go,
Where's Jordan?
He went back home to help his father. We saw the note. What are you doing here? Why did you come back without waiting for us?
Let's just say the Baron didn't keep his word when I talked to him.
Where is the Baron?
But
There's a lot of things that we have to discuss, and
he's gonna pull out the scroll and kind of just show it.
as we begin to look over it, I support your endeavors, but please just, talk to us. We can help each other do things like this in the future.
He'll be like,
I know. I just had that feeling that he was preparing for something crazy, and I figured I thought I would have gotten the jump on him, but clearly I didn't.
Well, clearly he was doing something crazy, so appreciate the information that you grabbed.
Am I able to decipher any of the runes on the scroll?
Chris and Cyros, I'm assuming you're kind of, because you're also looking at the scroll. Pepper asked Mop Bucket very plainly where the Baron was. Does Mop Bucket just completely skip over this question?
No. He is.
Well, when I got here, there was a lich, and from what I gather, he went crazy, so I had to put an end to him before he did anything crazier.
Oh, you killed the lich by yourself?
You killed a lich?
That's impressive.
No.
The Baron.
The Baron,
Baron
was
killed the
lich?
lich.
That's crazy.
No.
Wow.
The Baron was. I killed the Baron. The lich disappeared. I killed Baron because they had something going on with this scroll.
Oh.
So, Pepper, how do you take that right off the bat?
It makes sense to me.
Chris, how do you take that right off the bat?
I mean, I think like she doesn't like killing, but she understands like the mentality. So I think she just kind of withdraws into her own opinion and silently takes out a little notebook that says like days without killing and like crosses it off and like 0. And
you're just now
it's like 0001001 every day since like we were united.
You're just now marking that off today.
Yeah. We've been really busy.
Cyros, how do you feel?
He generally trusts Mop Bucket, so killing of the Baron like probably could have been executed better, pun intended. But he doesn't begrudge Mop Bucket for that decision. He is less happy about the lich thing. He would look pretty shaken up. I don't think he's told you guys about the dreams yet, so.
And he's gonna be like, "Well, Mop Bucket's gonna be like,
I need some help clean some stuff up. Cyros, would you mind helping me with getting the Baron's body buried?"
Sure.
and
Awesome.
he's gonna, we get to the office, he's gonna explain that the lich that was there, I saw a jewel that was similar to your what you have.
I can't say I'm surprised, to be honest. I've been having dreams. Is anyone else around, or is this just me and Mop Bucket right now?
No, it is just you and Mop Bucket. Pepper is probably semi-napping in the foyer. She has found a very comfortable couch to lay down upon while Chris is going over these runes. Before you two continue, Chris, I want you to roll history while you read these runes.
All right. That is a 19.
19. Fantastic. As you read these runes, it is common, but it is not common as you know it. These are runes of Soon and Saluna and runes of Shar, runes of the deities that Cyros and Jordan are associated with. Please roll me a wisdom saving throw as you have deciphered these runes.
Oh,
Can I
no.
keep my 23 from before?
Not your 23 from before. Wisdom as you decipher these
Son of a
runes.
gun.
Oh, no.
No.
That's okay.
As you begin to decipher these runes and read through them, the common separates from the rune itself. The runes almost lift off of the page as you read them, twist and contort to begin forming a pattern and to
Ooh.
begin forming a symbol and a shape that comes up this one large circular rune with different things written throughout the inside of it, a language that you cannot decipher. You go blind.
Oh, Pepper,
Um,
I can't see. I can't see anything.
That hurt reading?
from
I can't
her
read.
from
Sorry.
her reading this, as you are blinded, the last thing that flashes into your vision strikes you with terror. The face of the Lich shows up and is now burned into your eyes. The blindness only lasts for a few minutes as Pepper rushes over and attempts to try to help you. As your eyesight slowly begins to return, every time you blink, you see the Lich.
Don't let me blink. Hold my eyes open. It's too scary. I don't care.
Reverse blind me.
The Lich
you do?
is blinding me. The Lich is blinding me. I just read the scary scroll.
I'm not the one who's good for this.
It's a medical anomaly. I'm a doctor and I don't know what's going on.
Creepy pasta.
I have been reading a lot of them lately.
He looks like Slender Man.
Mop Bucket and Cyros. As you guys are separated from, you hear them begin to scream as you're attempting to like clean up the body. Mop Bucket, what information are you giving to Cyros right now? Is that all you want to divulge?
I just want to see his reaction to letting them know that that Lich has a sword with the jewel that is similar to his symbol, his holy
Okay.
symbol, and all that.
Okay. This is not his holy symbol. The jewel that is in the hilt of the sword, Cyros will remember when Cyros woke up from one of his initial nightmares, in his hand was a jewel that fit into the pommel of his sword. So that is what you were seeing, is in the behind the Lich's head, when you have a large sword across your back, in that pommel were several jewels.
Gotcha.
One of them resembles the one that Cyros currently carries.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'll mention that, and just kind of see how he reacts to that.
Cyros, how do you react? Do you divulge your nightmares to Mop Bucket, or are you still keeping that to you?
Now, at this point, yeah, he would say, there's a reason I've been reluctant to actually put it in the sword or use it for anything. It was in my hand when I woke up from a nightmare. I dreamt of a Lich that, in this dream, in this vision, had slain the rest of you and was in the process of finishing me off. All of you lay dead before me, and it taunted me before striking me.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, you were cutting out there.
Or did we lose him? There he is.
How much of
I
that?
got a little bit.
Okay. He tells you about the dreams so that my audio
Okay.
doesn't cut out again.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
you're both kind of caught up on everything. After Cyros tells you about his dreams, do you divulge anything about the painting that you destroyed?
Essentially, he's gonna It's gonna be not a laughter at that, but just like how everything just seems too on the nose, and be like, man, I guess Destiny is a real bitch, essentially. And then he's gonna explain the painting or the mural at the church or at the monastery.
As you guys begin to move the Baron's body and you're passing this information back and forth, who is grabbing the legs of the Baron?
I can grab the legs.
Okay. Mop Bucket, as you are grabbing the legs of the Baron, you feel something in his pocket. It
We're
is
just happy to see him.
this is not priapism. I know doctor terms.
Wait, did he shoot himself yet?
He has not shit
Let's see if
himself
he-
yet.
Roll to check.
Roll the check for shit. As you begin to move him, you feel something in the Baron's pocket. Do you want to take it out?
Sure.
You reach into the Baron's pocket and you take out a large ornate stone. Similar to the speaking stone that you saw the Baron use earlier to communicate to the orcs the message. This speaking stone seems a little bit different. It is pitch black. The jewels and ornateness of it are something that this is a priceless item. There is no one that you know who would buy something like this. Nobody in all of the realms that you can think of that would make something like this. This is a item out of its place in the Baron's possession. As you pick it up and kind of look at it and turn it over, flashes of different faces seem to come across this stone. A visage of the Lich passes by it as well. But as you it's kind of like one of those cards that when you turn, it changes its image of what it looks like. As you kind of look through it, you're seeing these different people, men of power. You're seeing women you've never seen before, dressed in all dark cloaks. You're seeing monks with sinister smiles across their face. All of these people roll a... Cirrus, are you looking at this too, kind of as Mop Bucket has pulled it out?
Probably, yeah.
You can give him the help action, or you can both roll separately. This would be... You're trying to piece the pieces of this puzzle together. I'm just going to call it a straight D20. Roll high enough to beat a DC that I've set.
$17.
You can again, but 17's real good. So
Yeah, if you want to try one more time.
nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Ah, we're going with something.
Still, two good rolls.
The Baron mentioned the tribunal earlier, and the faces that are passing along, again, these look like people of power. They're even the ones that are dressed in like all black cloaks, they do not look like insignificant garment. What you're looking at right now, you could assume to be what the tribunal uses to communicate and recognize one another.
Okay. And as I kind of look through the faces, I'm like, well, I guess that's the tribunal. Because I don't think I may have mentioned the name of the tribunal. I'm trying to think if he would have.
The what?
I guess whatever the
Whatever the Baron's a part of, I guess they call themselves the Tribunal. I told them it seemed too on the nose, in my opinion.
Are they able to see us through it?
Ooh.
Do you want to inspect this stone further? Pepper's over there just, yes. Lick the
Ignore
stone.
exactly what happened to Chris. Do it.
Do we
Do
want to
we-
bring
do
it to
we-
the others?
I think
Yeah,
so.
let me have my
We just dropped the Baron's body back on the ground, and it's more blood stains on the carpet.
As Chris regains her sight, she's like, "Oh, thank God!" Look.
Chris, you have been assaulted with awful visions at this point. Everything from what is conceivably everyone's worst nightmare all the way to another dead body. And you're just like, thank God I updated that sheet. As all of you reconvene, Cirrus and Mop Bucket, do you show this stone to Chris and Pepper as well?
Well, before we start walking, I would like wrap it up in one of the cloaks that we have, just in case they can't see through it.
Yeah, you have some cloth you can wrap up in it.
I don't. Ben is envisioning the Palantir, so yeah, just wrap it up in robes and then bring it down to the rest of the group. But we'll,
Okay.
if Mop Bucket's cool with it, we'll unveil it to them so they can take a look as well.
Yeah.
Mop Bucket, are you okay sharing this with them?
I think he would, but I think he still has the urge to clean.
Okay.
So he may just let them do that while he goes and cleans real quick.
Pepper, do
Mop
you want to
Bucket,
go help him look for loot and clean?
No.
Oh no, he's just cleaning up the mess he made.
Oh, okay.
the blood stains and whatnot. Mop Bucket has run off to the cleaning supply closet and is vigorously scrubbing in circles, of course, because you don't want to just spread everything around. Scrubbing.
Why don't they have baking soda? I need baking soda to get rid of the blood.
You rush to the kitchen in search of baking soda. Chris, Cirrus, and Pepper. Cirrus, are you going to show them this and kind of divulge what you know?
I would. And before I unveil it, if I would turn to Pepper. All right, if you're going to stay here and not go loot things, just don't touch it until we're ready to figure out more. Okay.
I did just see what happened to her.
Okay.
Pat Chris on the head. I'm not dumb. Just don't talk too much about it. You talk too much, I get impatient.
Why don't you stand on the other side of the room?
Pepper gets
Aw.
closer as Cirrus begins to unwrap the gem. As you all look at it, nobody is blinded, nobody is affected. You do all see again the images of these people come up. Just from all different sorts of, like I said, varying degrees of success, but none of them look as if they are they look evil. They look like they're bad people, but none of them come to mind. You don't necessarily recognize the nobles or the fanciness of who they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of pretty.
This and sometimes the lich that Mop Bucket saw appears as well.
Can they
And-
see us?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. But I felt it was important to share. And then he also tells Pepper and Chris about his dreams.
Okay. Pepper and Chris, how do you both react to this information dump? I mean, obviously you've all been at the table and you've heard it. The destroyed painting that Mop Bucket destroyed, Cirrus's dreams, the visions, the gem, all of this information culminating. How do the two of you take it? Pepper, how do you handle that?
That's very worried for a second. Like actually takes it seriously. We're not gonna die. Also, please don't kill my skeleton. That's why you've been so bitchy about it. Please don't kill him. He's really nice.
I don't think he is, to be honest.
He was a gift, and it's not from something like this. Definitely not. And we're not gonna die. You won't let that happen, and we won't let that happen. And barely been scratched so far. I can talk my way out of anything, including probably the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper, maybe, but not the Lich, I think. It clearly knows a lot about us.
Chris, how are you reacting to this information?
I think coming off of the just blinding fear that she just encountered, and kind of all this information that we individually acquired, and it's all now kind of fitting into place. I think she's in a very introspective state right now, and you can just kind of see the wheels turning, and at this point it's less anxiety and more her innate need to keep people safe is kicking in, and she's trying to like go into hyper problem solving mode.
Mhm.
But in the back of her head there's also this really self-aware part of her that's like, thank God I have a normal god.
Thank Ilmater.
Gilmater.
As I see Chris is starting to kind of get introspective. Mob Bucket's just gonna walk up, put his hand on his shoulder, and go,
Yeah, Destiny has its weird ways of going about things. But I can tell you right now,
he takes his bucket off and
Goes, I'm not going to let any of that happen.
and then he's gonna walk away and then punch a hole in the wall as he walks outside. Walk out.
Bam.
I don't think he's okay.
Mop Bucket is incredibly frustrated. Punching a hole in the wall again. You guys have never seen your friend this way. He's not himself at this point, and you kind of understand why. After hearing the explanation of this painting, the stress that Mop Bucket seems to be under starts to make sense. It makes sense why he ran off. It makes sense why he tried to keep you from pushing further into the cave where so much danger was, and why the usual gelatinous laughter pile that you have all grown to love has become very stern and stands up straighter and even cleans with a different type of vigor. You guys have kind of set off a different path because of this tonight. So we probably won't have a full 4 hours because I'm going to have to go change a few things. But I did account for some of this. The first thing I need to know is, now that you all have disposed of the Baron, you have all passed along your information. Does everybody feel like they're on the same page informational wise? Yeah, everybody feels good there.
Yeah, I'd probably just feel in Cyros that like his god was involved on with some of the script in the scroll, but I can't really decipher what any of it means. Just like the general like, hey, like it's definitely all connected, kind of. Because I don't think he looked at the scroll or was aware that. Yeah.
He did not take further investigation upon it.
Yeah.
So, I will do that. I appreciate that, and because I had forgotten. And then I also want to. I have a lot of these and forget to use them. I'm going to divine sense.
Okay.
All the stuff that we picked up. Make sure, especially that gem that's like with the flashing faces. I would like to see if that is evil or, detect good and evil. Basically.
please
Uh-oh.
roll your wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
This is some powerful dark magic, my guy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Any type of interference is like y'all are starting to notice this now.
7.
No! That's not good.
I want you to roll. I'm going to let you roll your own D8.
Oh
Alright.
no.
5.
You take 5 points of damage, psychic damage. As you go to sense the type of energy that comes off of this, you are assailed with a spike of pain and flashes of images, and the nightmares seem to come back while you're awake. Your friends are dead. The Lich's sword raised above your head, ready to strike. And as you come to and you shake and are broke with cold sweat, the items before you are so inherent. They were made by evil. They were made in the depths of hell. These are evil. Even the writing on this scroll, it is all pure evil. Everything you have sworn to defend the realm against is what you are seeing in the making of these items.
We will be destroying that gemstone.
Okay.
Everybody gets back together. Mop Bucket finishes cleaning. The blood stains have been removed. As the orcs have left town, you begin to exit the Baron's mansion. The townsfolk arrive, pitchforks in hand, axes, torches ablaze. They've had enough. The infiltration of their town by the orcs pushed them to want to stand up and stand back up against the Baron, take their town back, so to speak. As they all begin to approach and see you, they stop, very confused almost. They look around. There are no orcs. There is no blood. There are no bodies. An older woman walks up to you, a town elder. Ciro, she approaches you, the knight in shining armor, so to speak, and asks you what has happened, what has transpired, where have the orcs gone, where is the Baron, what is going on?
The Baron was responsible for the orcs infiltrating the town, but our friend here, gesturing to Mop Bucket, managed to subdue the Baron and force him to send the orcs away. The Baron then tried to escape, and Mop Bucket was forced to push the Baron, where he fell out a window and snapped his neck when he hit the ground. The Baron is slain. Long live the Baron.
And
You're trying to impose Mop Bucket as the de facto Baron of this town.
Yeah.
What does Mop Bucket say?
Persuasion
so-
shit.
because he still has his bucket off, and he's just gonna kind of stand up or walk forward and
The Baron is gone. Listen,
he's gonna essentially repeat, but say,
you townspeople are free to do with this as you wish. I recommend you burn it down and turn it into a farm or a garden.
I want roll persuasion with advantage. Whoever has the higher persuasion can roll it. You both spoke.
+7.
Yeah,
you got it.
go for it.
I'll give you.
Oh, well, that's a bad first roll. Let's see. If,
Paladin or the monk? I wonder who.
25.
That'll do it.
Yay!
the people of this town have been sick of this Baron for a very, very, very long time. He has used the orcs to impose a de facto power structure where he was in charge of everything. The townsfolk gladly oblige as they rush up past all of you, set fire to the Baron's mansion, and it begins to burn.
Hey, we still got time, guys.
And then as it's starting to burn, he is gonna say,
Now, that doesn't mean the orcs aren't going to come back. You all need to strengthen your defenses, be able to care for yourselves. We can help for the time being, help you guys out. I'm not going to speak for my cohorts, but I can. But
the Baron is dead. Long live the Baron.
Long live the Baron. The town folk cheer. The words that you're saying to them that the orcs are going to come back fly past their ears. You are the heroes of this town, and while some of the elders do take you seriously, all of you are accosted by blacksmiths and woodworkers, and how could we improve our town's defenses? You spend your next coming weeks in this town, fighting off orc raids, protecting villagers. It doesn't always go well. Several buildings are burned. Several people die in the raids. Eventually, however, you push the orcs out of the Stonetooth Mountain. After several weeks of this, you are able to make your way back into the Stonetooth. As you delve further and further, collecting gold to help rebuild the town, collecting things to be sold, armor, weaponry to rebuild a town's police force, you have all set yourselves up pretty well over the last couple of weeks. At the end of this session, I want everyone to take a level up. That is going to be what happens first, is everybody will take a level up.
Oh, level 5.
Yes.
Woo!
The next thing I need to know, or what we're going to cover over the next few minutes, over the couple of weeks that you guys are in town, I want to start with Pepper. Over these few weeks, what are you doing in town? What goals are you attempting to achieve while you're here for several weeks? I will say about a month and a half.
Are there good magic casters in this town?
There are a few of them.
Okay.
They are not immensely powerful, but the small group, the small guild that is there, have a few people who know a few things.
Pepper found a talent for killing orcs with magic, so she is going to try to train some people, and the ones that aren't as good at it, she also tries to teach them how to lie very effectively to defend and persuade and get out of fights when it's not necessary.
Okay. You spend the next several weeks teaching the gift of gab, so to speak.
Yeah.
The magic users in this town quickly set up the initial government. They hold elections. They put mayors into place. They help speak for the people. That is what you have initially set up for the town of Blossingdale. Chris, over the next couple of weeks, what is it that you choose to do while you're here?
All right, she's gonna do a few things. Obviously, keeping in mind that throughout all the orc raids, she is acting as a medical kind of guide and probably taking the lead on any injuries or emergencies that come about in that respect. Otherwise, I think she is going to take Mop Bucket's kind of silly suggestion for the herb garden and take it very seriously. And I think she's gonna, from the ashes of this building, try and make something good for what was lost in these orc raids, and try and either begin the workings of a greenhouse, or at least start providing them with the knowledge that it'll take to start growing their own food, and maybe some like medicinal herbs or anything that can be used for that. And in her free time between all of that, she's just trying to decipher anything she can from this scroll, probably paralyzing herself in fear over and over again. Just trying to put those pieces together.
So during the day, it is eventful. You spend your time hoeing the ground, trellises and dirt up underneath your fingernails. You're back in your element. You show these people proper ways to grow food. You show them herbs and medicine techniques that they were unaware of. They've been kind of cut off for so long because of these orcs that medicine in the last few years has advanced. So you show them, people who would lose limbs are now saving them. You're feeding the hungry. You're showing them ways to survive.
Mm-hmm.
During the night, you spend your time, I would assume, with Cyros, if you're trying to decipher this scroll and these runes being of his goddesses and whatnot, would you include Cyros in that?
Yeah, I definitely, if he wants to, definitely. I think he could be very helpful.
Cyros, would that interest you in your nighttime stuff?
Yeah, that'd be what he'd be wanting to look at.
As the two of you go over these scrolls at night, or go over this scroll at night, Chris, to prevent more paralyzing fear and blindness, these images are burned behind your eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
With no help, you can redraw the runes and the circle that you saw that had everything individually inside of it. It does not have the same effect because you are not channeling magic into it. This is just a drawing.
Gotcha.
Cyros, as these runes come together and you see Chris's shaky hand, because this is fearful, this is something that has deeply emotionally affected her. As she draws out these runes in a shaky hand and the symbol begins to come to life, roll Arcana for me with advantage.
Okay. You said level up, and I closed my character sheet for some reason.
No.
So I need to get that back up.
And my phone died. That's how I have to respond to my Discord messages right now. My phone died, so as I saw your message, I'll respond to it as soon as I can get it on a charger.
No worries. That's a 5 with advantage, I think. It was a 5 or a 7. Not good, either way.
It is not good. These runes almost escape you. There are runes for death. There are runes for binding. There are runes for life. There are runes that do nothing but symbolize the time of day. What you're looking at here is just nonsense. It shouldn't be anything. You, even over the course of weeks, you both are unable to decipher the deeper, truer meaning of this. However, Chris, at night, you can't escape the images anymore. It is nightly that you are accosted with the visage of death, the image of a skull smiling at you, blood from its eyes, adorned in many different colors, and this magnificently, for as evil and dark as it is, this blade is magnificent. It's beautiful. It's unyielding in any type of way, shape, or form that nobody could create something like this.
Mhm.
I want you to roll perception with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you are affected by the fear of this lich.
That is fair. 10.
You are too overcome with the image in front of you to stare at anything other but this face.
Yikes.
Your nights are very sleepless. You wake up more tired sometimes than rested, but you trudge on. Cyros, Mop Bucket, I'm going to finish on you, and then we will cut to what I have planned. Cyros, during the day, because you're spending your nights kind of working with Chris, during this daytime, what are you doing over the next several weeks?
I guess, how open is Chris about the nightmares and stuff that she's having as things go on?
I don't think she would like openly bring it up, but I mean, like, you could tell she's having rough nights. It's not like she's sleeping well.
Okay. He would probably, he would be checking in with everyone, but especially knowing that the runes are evil, check in the mornings and make sure that you're at least still breathing. But he is heavily affected by the loss of Jordan. So he is out like training the townsfolk and getting them ready for more of the raids. And then every time there are raids, he is the last one to leave the battlefield, just taking out his frustration on any battle that he's able to get his hands on.
Okay. Cyros, one night in particular, after a particularly rough raid, they sent more orcs than they usually did in an attempt to push through the barricades, and it was a long day of fighting. You go to bed exhausted, and you are accosted again with that nightmare. Your friends lay dead before you, the lich standing in front of you, sword drawn, laughing as he brings it down on you. You wake up again. Another gem is in your hand. I will message you individually about this gem. This one is red.
Yikes.
Pitch blood red. When you look through it, look into it, it's almost as if staring into a pool of blood. No matter, you can try to throw it away, and I assume you do. You probably try to throw away both of these gems at this point.
Yeah.
Get rid of them, toss them, and they seem to find their way back to you. They appear in your satchel. They appear in your pockets. You found it in your shoe one time as you went to put them on the next morning. It doesn't seem that no matter how hard you try, they seem to find their way back to you, socketed back into your blade every time you draw it. Mop Bucket, what are you doing over the next few weeks?
So I think from his memory, because have we destroyed that rock yet, or the stone? Or
this will be a group thing. Yeah. Are you guys all in agreement that you want to try to destroy this stone?
Yeah.
So I would assume we would hold off until after we kind of get a good idea.
Yeah, you go over the next couple of weeks. You guys can investigate it further.
So I would say he's going to use it to kind of take in all the faces.
Okay.
And ask the village, the village elders, if they recognize any of those, like from my descriptions on who they might be, things like that, and also teaching them how to properly clean outside.
The village has never looked more beautiful. Between Chris's plant growth and flowers blossoming everywhere, and even Pepper's presence seems to bring back some of the wildlife to the area. She will spend some of her days, I'm assuming, out in the nearby woods just talking to the trees, as Pepper can oft be found to do. The town has never looked more peaceful, more beautiful, more bright. The buildings shine, the gutters are clean, the water barrels at the end of the gutter where they collect the rainwater they've got sifters over them now. You've shown them how to keep their water clean.
Oh.
And as you approach the village elders with these descriptions, you are met with no, I do not know. I have no idea. These people seem to elude anyone's knowledge in this town specifically. You ask guards, you ask townsfolk, you ask elders. Nobody is able to put a name to a face that you have.
Okay. And I think outside of that, he's just kind of prepping for a journey. He's going to get like sending stones
Mhm.
as well. If there's any sending stones in town.
Over the course of time, with Pepper building up the Magic Guild and helping people progress their arcane talents, over the course of a few weeks, I'll say a speaking stone a week. I'll say you can get 6 speaking stones.
Okay.
Nice.
And he's just gonna give one, like pretty much give them, like everyone in the group, including Meepo, one, just so that way if we ever get separated, that way we can communicate.
Okay.
And where to meet up, things like that.
Okay. You mentioned wanting to destroy the gem. After you have asked everyone, is that your next course of action?
I think personally,
I think, yeah. I
Zero
would
to
say
zero too.
we work with the Magic Guild that we help build back up and try to do it as safely as possible.
Okay. Cyros, it seems like you have something in mind for attempting to destroy this gem. What are you thinking?
Oh, I mean, his solution was going to be to smite it. So if other people have a smarter suggestion,
Smite?
then
Okay.
maybe with a hammer though, and not a great sword, since it's a gem.
Over the course of the next few weeks, Chris finds time to channel a warhammer with divine energy. Cyros, you don't have Jordan with you, but you've picked up enough spending days at his home with his adoptive father, learning how to craft little things. And even in your adulthood, through your trials and your training, you had to learn how to craft on the fly. You spend time with the master blacksmiths of this town crafting the hammer that Chris channels this energy into. Pepper sings what sound like lullabies over it, channeling Pepper, you know this, channeling your mother. When you sing these lullabies, these dark letters almost form and etch themselves into this hammer. They're not dark the way that you are used to. This is not, they're almost purple. It is a bright dark color. As they lay into the hammer, you can hear your mother speaking to you. Protect your friends, keep them safe. I'm watching over you. As more of your magic, her magic that you channel, lays into this. Mop Bucket, you have shined this hammer. There is no tool like it to rival anything. You put all of your skill of cleaning into it, washing around the etchings, cleaning the gilding, the filigree, wiping away metal marks where the hammer may have missed. And the weapon that you all create is the finest piece of dark destroying weaponry that you could come across. Cyros, you pick up this hammer and you raise it above your head, prepared to strike this gem. Do you Do you want to strike it? You choose now to destroy this visage of evil.
He brings the hammer up over his head, and I don't know how necessary this is, but he's not risking anything. He is going to crush the gem, smiting it, and also I'm going to use my Channel Divinity option that gives me a +10 to my attack roll.
You strike this hammer true, chanting all around you prayers of your goddess, prayers of Ilmater, prayers that Pepper doesn't really even know are prayers in a language that nobody understands. It seems to it's again it's nonsense, but to Pepper it is wisdom. And as all of the chanting culminates in this room and you strike this gem, it cracks. A blast sweeps across the room. All of you pass out.
Oof.
You reawaken. Let's see.
Fun.
You all reawaken here. Where's my
Oh.
mode? Everybody can go ahead and add your tokens. If you
Oh.
do, I will add yours, not a problem.
Oh boy.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Either you were going to take a shit ton of damage or something was going to happen to us. So
Oh jeez.
This is why safety is important. This is why you need PPE.
This is why nobody put on any PPE. Like,
God damn it.
that's it. Nobody put it on. Nobody mentioned it. Unfortunately, that is what happens.
We didn't get to that part of the training with the Magic Guild. Damn it.
That's next week. That's next week.
Now
We're
Magical
setting up
OSHA,
government.
we're gonna get hit with a violation. This is rough.
setting up the government, we didn't get to that part. Also, guys, I'm running for mayor.
Yeah. Oh God.
The Baron is dead. Long live the Baron.
Long live Pepper.
The Baroness.
Baron, I'll
The
be there.
Baroness.
We just like has been hotel style like Vox Populi this freaking Baron. We're just like kind of a
Yeah.
little bitch.
It is so all of you reawaken. Fire burning around you. Screams echo into silence and nothingness around you. Blood pours at your feet. It doesn't matter where you step, there is a puddle. You stand before a giant wrought iron door coated in skin. Fingers elongated and stretched out reach towards a massive jewel in the center of this door. Footsteps begin to echo all around you, one after the other. The screams seem to stop. The fire seems to fall, and cold sweeps amongst you. The door opens, and before you, a lich. I have to make a special token for him. You guys threw me a curveball tonight, so I'm going to throw you one. But he's going to need a special token for his size later.
Is the curveball a PPK?
Hang on a minute, we'll get there.
I'm in danger.
I use my free action to cry.
Crying is a free action.
Crying is a free action. I do not charge you for that. The door opens, and through the door, the massive hulking body of a giant bony lich walks through the door. Blood from its eyes, adorned with jewels and sashes and ribbons. The sword on its back, massive, bigger than anything any of you have ever seen wielded before. He draws it in front of him, and he rests his hand to his side, sword at the ready. And he looks at all of you. Well, well, well. It seems that you have chosen to not stop, to continue along this foolish path. What have I done to any of you that would deserve such hatred?
Well, respectfully, you really have like invaded my nightmares and given me a lot of anxiety in this last month. But it doesn't mean you should like hurt us or anything. I can just like cope with the nightmares, I guess.
Chris, the Lich looks at you and smiles. You blink, and he is standing in front of you directly, like
No!
He snatches you up by your throat. He looks you in the eye, and he screams, "Look at me!"
Oh, Jesus. I should have not said anything.
As you stare into his eyes, make a wisdom and a perception.
Okay. Wisdom save, I'm assuming?
Mhm.
Okay. That is a 14 on the wisdom.
Do not
save.
pass.
I didn't think so.
Oh,
On the bright side.
I did not speak correctly. Because you failed the wisdom, perception with disadvantage.
Okay, let me roll that again.
That is for everybody. I apologize. That was me misspeaking.
Well, that's
So,
good.
wisdom save and then perception.
Yes, a wisdom save and then a perception. If you pass, then it's standard. If you fail, then
Nat 20.
Nice.
we'll hold on to that. We'll get to you in a second. No rolls yet. That doesn't count. Hold on.
What do you mean?
All of you are getting ready to be tortured. The Lich grabs Chris by the throat, picks her up, screams into her face, "Look at me." Chris, you die. There is no death saving throw. There is no anything. You die.
Mhm.
He drops your body to the ground, lifeless. All of you see this before you. Chris is dead. Mop Bucket, you blink. He's right in front of you. He snatches up your oozy form with a frozen hand, freezing you in place in his hand, stares you in the eyes, and screams, "Look at me!" Make the wisdom saving throw now.
Nat 20. Do I
Nope.
get that?
Nope.
You. I'm mad now because I wasted that nat 20. Because you said everyone, and now it's God. Why?
Perception with disadvantage.
16.
You do not pass. Mop Bucket, in the hands of this Lich, frozen solid, is crushed and shattered before all of you. Frozen chunks of ooze fall to the ground as Mop Bucket lays dead before Pepper and Cyros. Pepper, you blink, and he's in front of you. He snatches you up by your wings and pulls you to his face, and he screams, "Look at me!" Wisdom saving throw.
The tracks. A 5.
Ooh.
Perception with disadvantage.
I need all the chats to defend my honor for that. Now.
Get in the comments.
Tag Brennan Lee Mulligan. Show him this disrespect that he does.
If Brennan Lee Mulligan comes in, we'll retcon everything. Start
Now it's on
tagging.
him. He's on TikTok now.
He's
You
now
got
on
social
TikTok.
media.
Pepper, what did you roll? Was that a 6?
That's 6.
Pepper, he rips off your wings and you begin to bleed out. You fall dead to the ground, bloodless and lifeless. Cyros, you blink and he's in front of you. He snatches you up by the throat, draws you to his face, and he does not scream. He says, "Look at me." You do not need to make the wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I need you to make a perception with advantage.
I like the sound of that. Jesus, why can I not roll anything tonight? That's an 11 with advantage.
Oh no.
Oh, we can't roll when it matters most.
I know.
Got any inspiration?
You
not
do
marked
have
on my-
it. You should. You guys should have.
I used mine. I know that for.
I know Mop Bucket doesn't. Pepper should have 2.
I have 2.
I have one. It's marked on
And-
my sheet. I just am stupid.
If they want to burn what they have, I'll let you re-roll it again.
Can I give mine to him?
You
Yeah, that's what I was
definitely
gonna say. Can I
So you've got-
sacrifice mine so Cirrus can reroll?
Yep, you've got up to 3 chances to re-roll.
God damn it. A 2 plus 3.
Okay.
Like it is a plus 3, which isn't even that bad. I'll do it one more time. I don't want to ruin everything.
No.
Only a 12. That's
I was gonna say you can't possibly do worse than just
Yeah.
failing. You can only just keep failing.
You can only just keep failing.
Do you guys want me to use the last one? I mean,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is
okay.
This is pretty dire.
A 7. It really
Cyros,
super against me today.
as you look into the face of this lich, the air draining from your lungs, suffocating and choking, the bodies of your friends lie around you, dead and unmoving. The lich sighs. So foolish for you to not understand what you created.
Can I get a last word out?
I will let you get a last word out.
Looks like you forgot someone.
You wake up. All of you wake up in the room where you just destroyed that gem.
Yay, we did it.
Oh my god. Ah!
All of you are going to be taking
Oh man.
a level of exhaustion right now. You
What?
will start our next session as we move on and progress to the next chapter. You will start that with a level of exhaustion. There is no amount of rest. There is no amount of sleep. You will start with that level of exhaustion.
It's in there so I don't forget.
It will not operate. I will send each of you individual. It's the same instructions, but it is not your standard exhaustion. This is, we'll call it fear levels.
Oh.
Great.
So I homebrewed this lich. So we're going to replace exhaustion with these fear levels. I will work on the mechanics. I will get these sent to you. Don't worry. All of you wake up.
Spicy lich.
This is a very spicy lich. All of you wake up in this room where you have destroyed the gem. The elders and everyone look around at you. All of the magic users, they were not thrown away. They were not shoved against the walls. They were not teleported anywhere. They looked at all of you laying on the ground unconscious for a couple of moments, and that's it. The rest of the time passes seamlessly in town. Nothing unusual, nothing crazy. How would you guys like Jordan to be able to find you when he comes back? Do you want to leave a speaking stone? Do you want to leave a message? Do you have another way you would like to attempt to communicate with him?
I would suggest we send a note with Squeegee.
Okay.
Because Squeegee's been to the town.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
send Meepo with him
Mhm.
to go bring him, or to have him catch up.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I think,
Go ahead.
just in case the orcs do end up running over the town after we've left, or coming back, or whatever. Or
Well, that's the other thing I was gonna say. Do you guys would you guys want to go back to the town because of everything in the note?
You have forced the orcs out of this town. You have killed such a large. This is, again, 6 weeks of like assaults until there's literally not enough of them to fight against you anymore. It's like a handful, like 4. There's no possible way they could push back at this point. The threat of orc is definitely no longer there.
Okay. Then
what I was gonna suggest was, like, because of everything going on with the home village, if you guys wanted to go back, because Mop Bucket has no interest to go see the monks there, he could stay here and help out with things there until you guys get back.
I think, I mean, it would make sense for us to go back in story. I don't know when Matt is going to be able to come back, so
we can, if you guys want to travel back to Oakhurst, that's not a problem at all. I can rewrite a chapter. We can hold off on pushing through the main chapters and side story for a little bit if you want.
I'm good either way.
Let's
I'm happy
just-
to move on if you guys want to.
Yeah, I think for now we just send a note with Squeegee and Meepo, and that way he can
With the
meet
sending
us
stone.
when he comes
Or with-
back.
Put the sending stone on his collar.
Or yeah, like
Yeah,
send some way for him to know where we are. That way he can meet us, and then we can all decide as a group where we want to go.
yeah. Meepo has a sending stone, so like you can track him on his journey as he goes back home. He has little GPS on his sending stone.
I have
We have-
Find My Stone on it.
We turned on Find My Stone. So yeah, that's it. That's a totally safe option. Meepo has what's it called? Plot immunity. So don't worry about Meepo.
Meepo's the only one who survived the lich.
He's the only one who can survive the lich.
Meepo, we're sending him on his first little errand run, like they do, like that one show with the kids in Japan.
Oh, it's like all grown up or something like that. Yeah.
That's what
I
this
no, I
is.
can't tell that story, but I know I know what you're talking about.
So you guys send Meepo and Squeegee off on a mission to deliver this sending stone to Jordan. As you begin to press on in your adventures. As you all prepare to leave town, all of your stocks are refilled. So, Chris, your herb box, what you use for your medicinal plants, refilled. Cyros, your armor is buffed out.
It sounded like. Sorry, it sounded like I also got Warhammer. Yes.
I'm getting there.
War-
Mop Bucket, you pick up some new cleaning supplies. Pepper, is there anything in particular that would interest you to have?
Gold.
No,
Not really.
no.
Okay.
She just
Cyros,
stole a
you-
bunch of shiny stuff.
Just shiny
Who's
stuff.
there?
And I feel
Um,
bad stealing from these people, so
Oh,
Yeah.
there was
Ooh,
enough
wait.
gold in this mountain.
I have a suggestion for Pepper. You could take the fragments of the gem that we broke and use that for like mosaic art now that it's no longer evil.
Aw.
I'm gonna turn it into something pretty, and it's gonna be in the shape of wings. Because who the fuck are you to tear off my wings?
Yes, I love that.
You can totally do that. Come up with something that you want to turn those into and let me know. You said a set of wings. If you definitely, just let me know. Cyros, yes, you have been gifted with a new Warhammer for your efforts here. This Warhammer has advantage against undead just to start off with. So anytime you swing at an undead creature, it will have advantage. I will work out some of the other divinity stuff a little bit later, but that is the initial intent here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. Because again, you guys threw me a huge curveball tonight. I'm working on a lot of the fly here. You really put me to the test for some of this
You
stuff.
did good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So as you all leave town, oh my God, this is my favorite. I have run this individually as a one shot so many times. It's unreal. I love this chapter coming up. As all of you begin to leave, a messenger appears. It seems that somebody wants to point you all in the right direction. This note leads you to where you need to go. The outside of a city. Hang on a second. I haven't got, because you guys, I'm skipping like so many pages right now. Hold on. I'm reading as fast as I possibly can because it's not the same as a one shot.
Not quite.
No, because you have a whole different hook setting.
I don't want to get hooked.
I do have it in my mind that Pepper did try to run for office in the town and then step down like the night before they were going to hold an election for who would be the just to show that she could.
You are all in this note directed to a ancient town. Mop Bucket, you've heard of this one in particular. In fact, it's where a lot of ancient monks would hone their skills and travel to become better at whatever craft or journey that they were specifically on. This is an ancient, ruined city. Very, very few people live here anymore. This will be the city of Mastika, if I'm pronouncing this right.
It's pronounced Mastika.
Leviosa.
Leviosa.
This is in the jungles of Chult. This will be another several weeks travel for all of you as you begin your journey into the Amazon-like forest much further south. As you begin traveling further south, Cyros, the armor that you wear is getting hot. It is stifling every day as you travel further and further to the equator. Chris and Pepper, both of you drenched in sweat. I cannot imagine this is like, Chris is like whatever, like this is like working in a garden for me. It's hot on a hot sunny day, whatever. You're getting a tan. Pepper is melting. Pepper has hidden inside the caravan the entirety of the way south, doing everything that she can to avoid the sunlight and probably attempting sleep as much of the way as possible. Mop Bucket,
Scrub Daddy.
You have been riding on Scrub Daddy the way down as a collar, sometimes picking off fleas and keeping him clean. helping him shed the winter coat of up north so he is more acclimated to the warm weather of the south. The heat does not necessarily affect you, but on very, very hot days, your companions have noticed that your body bubbles almost as if it is boiling. But it doesn't really affect you, doesn't bother you all too much as you make your way into the jungle. And that is where we will pick up on our next session.
Awesome.
Because I have to go find jungle maps now.
Yay.
I've got
Yes.
it's ridiculous. And for anybody that is in here watching, we did an interview, or I did an interview a couple of weeks ago with the Arcane Circle. They've just posted their stuff on YouTube with my interview. And one of those things that comes across a DM is how people throw you curveballs, is how you handle that and how you deal with it. You guys have activated a part of the story a little bit sooner than what was initially meant to be activated.
You're welcome.
And, yeah, and what you and for every DM, you run with it. Like, so I'm skipping all of these chapters and all of these maps and all of this time that I've prepared, but I cannot be happier to say that I am so excited to see where all of you take it at this point. Other than that, we will be done for the evening. Matt, I'm posting these videos on YouTube at this point because I've got some good upload speed now. Like I was telling you earlier, all of this stuff is going to get uploaded. But if you're seeing this, we miss you, buddy. We can't wait to have you back. It's not always the same when you don't have the people at the table. You know, I mean, one person may miss, but it's not always the same. So we do miss you. We wish everybody the best of luck and happiness moving forward. But other than that, we're going to call it for the evening. We thank everybody for joining us and hanging out with us. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the jungle not next week, but the week after next.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. There are plenty of fun and games.
The mighty jungle.
The
Spaghetti
lich
sleeps tonight. Oh, even better.
But definitely prepare yourselves for a lot more fun, a lot more fancy, and a lot more crazy. I want to hold all of yous for just 2 seconds after we end stream. So everybody say bye.